It's the one and only
Carrie Bickmore.
And Tommy Little. This is Carrie and Tommy.
Yes, welcome to it. And it's a big show on the podcast today, guys.
Oh, I'm up and about because guess what?
What?
It's only one day until I do my mystery late night one-off weird show at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. So I've got my stand-up show, which is on tonight.
Yep.
Tomorrow night, people can come to that. Sunday night, love to see you there. But then Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. in the town hall, I got a bunch of my best mate comedians. I've got some prize giveaways. We've got a DJ.
I know. I've heard everyone in the team's been invited. Why haven't you invited me?
Everyone on the team?
Yeah.
No, just Jesse.
I thought I asked Eli if you want to go.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't.
No, you can come.
Not now.
Why not?
If you want to.
It's going to be awesome.
Ask me.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Anyway, I've got plans.
Why not? Just come to the show.
Bed.
Anyway, there's only a few tickets left.
What
and
time?
I'd love to see them.
10:45.
10:30.
10:30.
10:30 at Town Hall.
Quite
You just have
late.
to look up Tommy Little's mystery late night show.
Fun.
And I think, anyway,
What?
because there's no one telling me no to any of my ideas, it's going to be real
Hectic.
weird and really fun.
Great. No phones allowed.
No phones allowed.
Drop it like it's hot. Big Moore's booty drop.
So my booty drop today
Yes.
is going to be Gaga inspired. Well, it's just going to be Gaga, not even Gaga inspired, because as we know, the big news this week in the music world is that
Yes.
Lady Gaga is coming back down under.
Back.
She's bringing the Mayhem Ball tour to Australia in December. Tickets on sale Wednesday, the 16th of April. So that's real soon at livenation.com.au. She's going to be December 5, Melbourne Marvel Stadium, December 9, Brisbane Suncorp Stadium, December 12, Sydney Accor Stadium. If you want to win a weekend in Melbourne for you and three mates, like 4 tickets to see the show, return flights for people, plus 2 nights accommodation. What a fun weekend away with your friends.
Awesome.
To see her first Australian show. So you'll be one of the first people in the country to see her. Just head to carrieandtommy.com.au and register now. Should we get ourselves in the Gaga mood?
Do you want a fun little Gaga fact?
Yes, I would love it.
I read the other day she was saying, the meat dress that she famously wore, she is keeping it, and after 10 years, she's going to wear it again to show the degradation of it over time.
Oh, she's still, what does she keep it in?
No,
Like
I
a
don't
fridge?
know. I made it up.
Carrie and Tommy.
Driving you home from 3 till 6, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
I've always loved Roger Federer, but he can do no wrong in my eyes. When he tears up on court, I know you all think it's too wet, and you can't comment because you cry all the time.
No, he's not. Andy Murray's the wet one. No,
Roger does get emotional.
I think he's a bit too perfect. He's hiding something.
That man is hiding the most incredible heart you've ever seen.
No, he's not. He's always showing that off.
His heart,
Yeah.
chest and heart are very different. Pecs aren't your soul, you know.
What Carrie's focused on.
What are you talking?
I love him so much. So
I
saw
already know
something.
what this is going to be about.
So I saw him
Him
first
going,
of all. Hold on. I saw first of all this beautiful clip. So in 2017, a young fan of Roger Federer asked him if he was at a press conference and asked him if he would play long enough so that when he grew up and could play tennis in 5-10 years' time, the two of them could play together.
Hello.
Can you please continue to play for 8-9 years so that I can play like girl? Yes. Is that a promise?
I mean, things like that must be said all the time. Kids must ask things of athletes all the time. But for that athlete, 5 years later, to go surprise this young boy, Izyan Ahmed, who was playing tennis quite successfully, he surprised him and played a match with him, fulfilling his promise.
Zizou,
Hi. Hi, Mr. Federer.
nice to see you. Roger, hey, nice to see you. Welcome to Switzerland.
My God, thank you.
We have a promise, right?
Yes.
We gotta play.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
And don't tell me that kid's a plant.
So but they've flown him to Switzerland, is that right?
Yeah. No, maybe he was in Switzerland playing a tournament or something.
The kid?
Yeah. on the young circuit, you do travel around.
Internationally?
Yeah. On the juniors.
You know what I reckon?
I'm saying things I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure on the juniors.
You travel
do.
internationally.
Oh my God, are you going to say he flew the kid to Switzerland? But
It's just a PR campaign.
Wasn't it actually an ad?
Oh, it is.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it was
it
from
is.
Gorilla Pasta.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
Was it actually?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, well then is this an ad campaign? He said recently about his beautiful wife that he's been with for many, many years. He said on vacation he's willing to change roles with her so that she's the centre of attention. He said, when we're on holidays, I do everything she wants. If she wants to go shopping for 10 hours, I go with her. He said, I go with her because she waited for me 10 hours at tournaments. When we're together, I try to make her day pleasant so that she's happy. She cannot always give without receiving. I mean, that's beautiful. I'm a Roger Federer.
But why?
Actually, I don't really want to go shopping with a guy for 10 hours.
But also-
I prefer shopping on my own. I don't like shopping with people.
But also, why is he saying that?
Because he just wanted you to know.
Yeah, I know.
And
It's
me.
all a bit much.
Carrie and Tommy.
You drive home this afternoon, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
So if you missed it, this time last week we announced that we're doing the Big 5 marathon in South Africa to raise money for my foundation. We're doing it along some incredible Australians who are coming along for the journey with us, including yourself.
Yes.
And you were telling me that I should get into some more ice bath / saunering. Now, it's not part of my repertoire currently.
This is
And
a stitch up.
It's not a stitch up.
No,
at
I just
all.
tried something.
And so you said, I go on a Sunday to this place. Would you like to come? And I said, I'd love to come. And then you couldn't get us in. And you said, actually, there's a way I can get us in. If we do the activity class, like the exercise class beforehand and pay for that, then we can go and use the sauna afterwards and the ice bath. And I was like, fine. And I said,
Good.
what is it?
Free.
He said, it's a movement class. I was like, oh, that sounds good.
Also-
whether it's a bit of yoga or a bit of stretch or something. It's great.
Also, the description for the class said this will make you bulletproof. It will exercise your joints and give you stability in a way that you haven't done before, and it will make you bulletproof. And so I
I don't know
thought,
if
like
it
a
made me
real-
bulletproof. It made me laugh a lot. So we get in there, and you know when you quickly realise you're out of your depth, and you are the two that are sticking out in the group of people. They all look like they'd been there before. And the guy taking the class, I felt for him because he was clearly filling in for the other guy, Sven or Stefan or someone that normally takes the class.
he said that over and over.
Because he kept
he's like,
pausing and going, now Stefan usually does it this way. Anyway, this class, so it starts with a whole lot of stretching and stuff.
Because
And
you know when I realised we were in trouble is when we walked in and he's just flapping his arms about his sides.
he goes,
and he
"That's
goes
right,
like this, welcome to the space, move your body. And I'm like, oh no.
So he's
Have
flapping
you done
his
this
arms.
class before?
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
he does it every weekend.
No, I haven't. And I actually knew we were in trouble before that.
I knew
when
we were
I
in
asked
trouble.
the girl at the front desk, I was like, so do we take in just a towel and a water bottle? And she goes, you don't need a towel.
What?
We weren't sweating. I knew we were in trouble when I realised, I don't think he was wearing underpants, and he was wearing
Don't
those.
think he absolutely wasn't.
He was wearing the stretchy, like happy pant kind of like
Whoa,
ones that have
like
been worn.
yoga,
Yes, but worn, real worn.
I could
Almost see-through.
I could see what he had for lunch yesterday.
Yeah. So then at one point he says, now start walking around the room with purpose, right? And so we're walking around the room with purpose. And then I quickly realise I've got a little pest following me. So for 10 minutes we walk around this room with purpose. Tommy follows me a step behind me. Like everyone's
was
participating in
funny.
the class.
pretty
He
funny.
just
It's
followed me.
funny.
And so I started going in zigzags, right? Just to like mix things up.
Yeah.
We were finding the whole thing amusing. No one else was finding it amusing.
Yeah.
And then we had to go to the end of the room and do all these dance moves. down like almost like a crab crawl for one. And we were hopping along
Carrie,
like frogs at one point.
Are you missing the main bit? You're missing the bit. So we had to do these movements across the room, and so I'm up for anything weird, and so
You look
I'm
so ridiculous.
I'm having a great time.
I tried not to judge because I didn't want you to feel self-conscious. It's the first time I've
You
seen
can
you look
judge.
so uncool. Like, you look so ridiculous.
I was
The first time is a real nice compliment
yeah,
to you
that's
too.
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
but I knew that it was weird when so we're doing pretending to be a monkey going across the room, right? So that's weird, and I'm down for it. I'm down for it all.
Sure.
But it got
Remember,
it got
this gets us the free sauna.
That's right.
So.
but it got weird when he goes, so be a monkey until you get to Winchester Bottom.
What
and I
is-
was like, what? And he goes, "That's my teddy bear that's in the middle of the room." And so until
he
you
goes, he's the boss.
And so
there's this
until you get to-
enormous giant teddy bear.
until you get to Winchester Bottom.
Chester Bottom.
I got no idea. Until you get to Winchester Bottom. So monkey. So guys, monkey. Everyone, monkey.
We're all going like this.
Until you
Do you
get
have
to
to make, do you
Winchester
have to make
Bottom.
Across
sounds?
the room.
Do you have to make monkey noises?
And then you get to this giant teddy bear, and that's where you stop. But my favourite part is because everyone went and had a group ice bath afterwards. We didn't join the group session. We went and did our own thing, right?
Yeah.
But then he leaves the room later with Winchester Bottom under his arm. And we were like, oh, that's his. We thought it was like part of the room. Like he just sits there and he's the overlord.
No. He's brought him in for the class.
Brought him in for the
come
class.
come to work with Dad for a day.
Come be a monkey with the bear.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Anyway, back same time next week.
Carrie and Tommy.
Driving you home from 3 till 6, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Now, this is going to, I reckon, annoy you two, this conversation we're about to have. And I don't think you're guilty of it, either of you, though. So I'm going to start by saying I don't think you're part of what we're about to talk about, but I think you'll have some insight. I saw an interesting article the other day by a journo called Nikki Gemmell. Gemmell. I saw an interesting article from a journalist called Nikki Gemmell in The Australian, and the topic said, conversation is a two-way street, so why don't men ask questions? And she goes on to write this article about how she'd been at a dinner party with a whole lot of couples and people, and to keep the conversation flowing, she was constantly like hitting balls in the form of questions, and none were returned to her, not a single one. What?
Hitting balls is such a funny phrase.
What's wrong with men? We hit their balls and
Just keep hitting them in the balls.
and they don't ask any questions.
Nothing.
Don't you want to know why we're hitting you in the balls?
She said they were all lovely men, have lots of interesting stuff happening in their world. They talked about work, health, interests and stuff, but not one of them asked her about herself. And then she said, wants to know if this is happening in all sectors of life, or was it just at this dinner party? She was talking about the fact that a US linguist said that men tend to compete in conversation while women like to collaborate, so that could explain something. She's like, maybe men just don't care. Are they not inquisitive? And it reminded me of a friend who went on a date the other day, and I said, how did it go? And she said, I asked him about himself for an hour, and then he messaged back afterwards and said, you're so fascinating. And she laughed because she said, I think he found the date fascinating because he got to talk about himself for an hour.
No follow-up questions.
So
think
you guys
it's
do
just-
ask questions. So I'm interested, did you train yourself to do that?
But I mean, no, I don't think so. But I also think you have to be careful on dates, and I'm not defending this man for not asking any questions, but I've often been accused on dates of asking too many questions because it gets to the end of the day and she goes, I've just talked about myself for an hour and I found out nothing about you. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like I didn't.
So was that a
Me too.
defence thing so you don't have to talk about yourself, or you're just trying to be curious?
I just know about me, so I'd like to find out about you.
So you're obviously curious.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what she's wondering, whether men aren't curious.
But
The other thing she
also-
said is there some kind of old school, do they expect, women to be, accommodating and silent and all the rest of it, or do they, is it old school roles? Is it?
Do you know how old the person was on the date?
No, she was talking about she was at a dinner party. Well, she wasn't even on a date.
Oh, right.
I was saying it was my friend that was on the date, and my
Right.
friend said that she really liked him, but she said he didn't ask her any questions about herself either.
I do also think, I feel very lucky that I get to date women because even if I go on a date, even if the person I don't see a future with, they will always be lovely, great company. They'll have made a bit of an effort. And then I talk to my girlfriends about the guys that they go on dates with, and they're like, oh, he stunk, he turned up late, and he was so boring. And I just think...
Well, as she says at the end of this article, which I think is interesting, men take note because clearly just asking questions and being curious and inquisitive is a plus. Like women like that.
Yeah.
See, I think this is hard because I think the problem is that women are probably a bit too accommodating with those blokes.
I was going to say, it's
Like,
because
if
they don't
he's
have to.
not good, like at talking to you, asking basic questions, showing any kind of interest, don't spend any more time
Yes,
with them.
okay,
You know what I mean?
but here's
Like,
the
just cut
interesting
your-
thing, because as Nikki's saying, and she's spoken to obviously other friends about this, is it a societal thing where men just don't ask questions? So if you're knocking off the first guy not to ask you questions, you might have to go and date 10 before you're going to find one that asks questions.
But
But
I
is
also
that a
think
problem?
I also think
Well, it
often
is, because it's hard enough to find someone that's worth dating in the first place. To have to knock them off straight away because
but
they're not
also-
asking questions.
But you're then spending heaps of time with a bad one who you know is crap, and you're still sinking time into that, hoping
Which is
that
kind
he
of-
might become good. You may as well just cut your losses and go on to the next
And
one.
it
You know
also
what I mean?
probably doesn't encourage him to be better because these women are
Yeah.
just spending time with him and he's
Yeah.
like, I got it.
Well, it's also, yeah, you're right, rewarding it. But the amount of times I've had my girlfriends tell me a version of this story. Oh, my God. I was at a party last night and I met the biggest flog. This guy came up.
Oh, this is the
guy
worst.
that came up he was so arrogant. He didn't ask me anything about myself. It was just, you could tell the thing he loved most in the world was himself. So I rooted him.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the same thing that when women have sex and it's bad sex and the guy asks, you know, are you happy and how was it? And you say it was fantastic. It doesn't help anybody, but women don't want to say that it's bad or your
Well, you
conversation
don't have to say
isn't
it's
good.
bad. You can literally say some things that you could try differently.
You're not going to say to someone you're initially dating, here's some tips
But
for how to make yourself better
even
in the
less
bedroom.
than that, I reckon just cut your losses and move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
This is what I
marry
guess I'm
him.
saying.
have
No,
two
but
kids.
this is what I'm saying to him. If you immediately go, the sex is bad, not doing it. The conversation's bad. Like the field's already narrow. You're going to be left with nobody on the field ready to play.
But, Carrie, I've been dating for 20 years.
You're dating women.
Yeah, but even they're not perfect. And I keep going.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
your R&B Fridays, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Same, but backwards.
Ooh, it's getting close again.
Is it? What are we at?
5-4 to the Bickmore.
Oh, you're chasing my tail.
Right up to
But I'm just going to play it cool, calm, and monotone today. I don't want,
As opposed to normal.
I don't want to give you, that applies that I am monotonous always. And I don't think that is even worth a comment in reply.
What was the way your friend described you?
Perfunctory.
Perfunctory.
If you are going to go with monotone, can we choose what tone it is?
Mm-hmm.
I would like a
No, that will be very annoying, Jesse.
yes.
When you-
Late.
Perfect.
No, please don't.
Song number 1.
Carrie,
Tommy.
Black
Because-
Eyed Peas, Pump It.
I was so close.
Why are you so late?
I was thinking my tone.
It's very annoying.
I didn't make the rules.
Can you change it?
No. He
Jesse.
picked it. He's got to pick and stick. He needs
Monotone
commitment in his life.
Monotone means one tone. So if I did a
right.
different tone, it'd be double tone or duotone.
Let's make this a quick game.
You're also monotone when we do this segment, and your monotone is a bit shitty.
Song number 2. Does one zip to the Bickmore?
Tommy?
Carrie.
That was Tommy.
I think it was me. You'll
No,
find.
it was her by
That
quite
was
a stretch.
Tommy.
No.
Kelly Rowland's work.
What?
Is your tone making you go
such a
slow?
tune.
Yes.
Okay, maybe heighten it a bit,
No, Jesse.
higher.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
Jesse,
that'll
what
make
are
it
you
quicker.
doing?
It is 2 zip, so really heighten it on this one, okay? Song number 3.
Carrie, Craig David
Oh,
walking
no,
away.
I knew that though.
Yeah,
I'm walking away from
that's good.
you currently.
It's that one.
that's pretty good.
You reckon there are dogs barking?
No, I think you've forgotten that we're on radio.
Do you know how I'm doing this?
I don't care.
I'm squeezing both my testicles,
With what? Because both your hands are on the table.
pushing my thighs together.
How's
and
your
I've been
coccyx
doing
going?
those thunder thigh workout
How's
things
your
that used to
coccyx
buy off
going?
the TV. Hey,
How's your coccyx
I
going?
don't you ask you how your vagina is going?
God.
Well,
Pretty good. Same time next week.
Carrie and Tommy.
yes, that is where you're at for your Friday afternoon. Still plenty more to come, the Savo guys.
So I'm about to say something I don't know a lot about, but I know enough to tell you to, if you're a parent, you're taking a kid to see the Minecraft movie over the weekend, just be prepared for things to get hectic at one moment and your little kids might be a bit overwhelmed.
What happens?
So the Minecraft movie, apparently there's some Chicken Joey reference. As I said, I don't know a lot about what I'm saying. I'm sounding very old. But TikTok's gone viral with this thing from the movie, and then what happens is when you go see the movie, at this scene where they're in the middle of a boxing ring, and there's Chicken Joey there,
Chicken Joey.
I don't know what Chicken Joey is. But anyway, everyone gets up, and Ollie, my son, went yesterday, and he said everyone just throws like popcorn, like all their Cokes, everything, all at the screen, at the cinema, across everyone erupts. And if you don't know that that's going to happen, it's a lot.
That sounds fun.
He loved it. He said it was the best bit about the whole experience.
That sounds great.
But I would imagine if you were taking your 5-year-old that loves Minecraft and that happened, it could be a lot.
Yes, but as you know, I think cinemas should be more interactive, so I'm all for this.
Yes, you want people going, no, when
Yeah.
something happens.
Yeah.
Or you should go see Minecraft on the weekend and get your Chicken Joey on.
I could,
whatever
actually.
reference that is
Hey,
that I don't know about.
Up next, should we give away $10,000?
Yes, let's do it.
Carrie and Tommy.
Pick that boot for the loot. Booty, 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 looters in the boot. Looters in the boot. Looters in the boot.
Carrie and Tommy's.
Pick the boot for the loot. Budget makes finding the right truck the easiest task on any to-do list. Good stuff.
Give it a look. Give it a look.
And because it is time, the stage is set, let's give away $10,000. Because this is exciting. We are down here for Pick the Boot for the Loot. I thought you had a fly. It's a pimple. What a start. What an absolute start. Well, I'm sorry to point that out. The good thing is you can't notice it. we are down here for Pick the Boot for the Loot.
All these guys chose to pick the boot.
It should be Pick the Legion. 'Tis the season.
All these guys chose to pick the boot, not the loot, which means they're here to try and see if they can win themselves $10,000 cash.
Yes, all thanks to the wonderful folks at Budget. As you can see, we have a range of beautiful budget renter trucks and cars. Inside one of those will be $10,000 in cold, hard cash. We have the Brave Souls. Where do you want to start? What about young Matty boy at the end? G'day, Matty.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Remind us, Maddie, what you want to do with the 10 grand cash.
I wanted to kickstart my French food truck business.
Ooh, la la la.
Now, Sue, we've got Sue down here. That is Caitlin's mum. Sue, what do you think of the idea of a French food truck?
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea too. What would you get out of it? Would you get a beef bourguignon?
Yeah, we talked about it before, and that would be definitely
Up there?
up there, yeah.
Yeah, so if Caitlin doesn't win, your daughter, do you hope Matt wins?
Oh, don't They're all lovely people.
Because, Caitlin, you want to renovate your mum's kitchen, don't you?
Yeah.
Would there be any beef bourguignons happening in your kitchen once it's renovated?
Maybe we could get Matt over to cook us a beef bourguignon in the new kitchen.
Sue, we just got here and you're already trying to root the other contestants.
Sue, how long have you been in the kitchen you're in?
27 years.
Wow.
And it's a 1957 kitchen.
Okay, so it's time for a reno. Yeah.
I just want you remind me so much of my mum that I just love you. What comes out of the kitchen? What are you cooking mostly?
Well, I do a pretty good schnitty.
So nothing like your mum?
No, my mum only cooks snags and potato mash with just water. I know, it's grim. It is pretty
All right,
grim.
Alicia, what are you
I
doing?
would love to come over for this.
Alicia, what are you doing with the 10 grand cash?
Yep, so I'm going to throw an epic 40th birthday party. Yep, cocktails, champagne. Maybe Matt can come and bring the food truck.
Maddie's going to be busy.
All you've got to do is, this is how easy it is for a man. Just say you can cook French food and all the women are like, come over. Come over to my place. Alicia, who's in your support crew tonight?
So I've got my husband, Cameron, and
Hey,
my
Cameron.
daughter, Ruby.
Hey, Ruby. How old are you, Ruby?
12.
12. Alicia, how do you feel? What's the most amount of money you've won before?
Oh,
Have you won anything before?
I went to Carrie's roast the other week.
Yeah, so you got free tickets?
Yeah, I got free tickets.
You got free
You won a
Great.
good night.
Oh, yeah, it was a good night out.
Oh, if only she'd had the lesion on her head, but then we could have really roasted her about that.
Bad, is it?
Nah, it's good. What about Beck? G'day, Beck.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Who's in your support crew?
I've got Justin, my partner.
G'day, Justin.
Going all right?
Very good. Justin, how do you think Beck's chances are?
I reckon 1 out of 5.
Beck, you told us a fascinating story about a highlighter when you were on the radio.
I brought it today.
You've bought the lucky decision-making highlighter.
Yep.
What's the biggest decision? So if people don't remember, you told us that when you need to make a decision, you flip a highlighter. What's the biggest decision that's been decided from the highlighter?
Oh, I don't know.
Recently, going to Sydney.
Oh, yeah, going to Sydney.
She goes, come. And I'm like, yeah, we'll go. And then I'm like, oh, should we go? And she's like, let's flip. And it was literally 2 seconds, bang. No. I'll go, bro, we can't go.
Sorry.
Now, Beck, I don't support what you're going to do with your money.
Why?
Because you want to get new teeth, and your teeth are gorgeous, and I think you are mad to get new teeth. Personally, I don't think you should spend the 10 grand on your teeth.
Is this Beck? Beck, is this the Beck that was... You were going to get rid of the gap?
No, isn't it gorgeous?
The gap's great.
I agree.
I don't know.
Nah, do something else with it, babe.
Hang on.
You're not getting the teeth done.
Your teeth are great.
Yeah.
I don't really like them.
You'll look generic if you get them done. I mean, up to you, and if you want, each to their own. But I think you look beautiful the way you are.
Thanks, Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it too. And Jesse, who's our last contestant we have here?
Katie.
Hey, Katie. Katie,
Hi.
remind us, what are you going to spend the money on?
I want to go to Antarctica. I want to do a polar plunge.
That's right.
It's very cool.
Do you do ice baths?
I don't. I actually hate the cold, but
What a great
I love
trip.
the penguins, so it's worth it, right?
Yes, it is worth it, I guess. So we should tell you, firstly, thank you for being here. We wish you could all win, and if we had our way, we'd give you all the cash. Unfortunately, it is going to only be one of you. We're going to send you guys away now, because what's going to happen is Carrie is going to get into one of the boots. And so one by one, you are going to... One by one, you are going to open your car boots, and whoever finds Carrie in the boot is going to be the person that wins the $10,000. And you get to keep Carrie. Are you guys ready to do this? Is there anything else you want to add? Any questions? Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's send you off. Go get into hiding. We'll get Carrie in position and let's do it. And we find out our $10,000 winner up next.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Pick that boot for the loot. Booty, 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 looters in the boot. Looters in the boot. Looters in the boot.
Carrie and Tommy.
Pick the boot for the loot. Budget makes finding the right truck the easiest task on any to-do list. Good stuff.
Give it a look. Give it a look.
And if you have just joined us, we're about to make someone $10,000 richer. We have 5 people who each have a set of car keys in their hand. We have 5 beautiful budget rental trucks. One has Carrie hidden inside. That person will win $10,000. The other 4 have decoy carries, people with blonde wigs inside. And now we cut to you live in the back of a van.
Last time they left Tommy alone in a car while we did a competition. He went mad. Like he literally started talking to himself.
You've landed in London. G'day, you've landed in London. Let me take your bags. Bonjour. Bonjour. Let me take your bags. Let me take your bags. Let me take your bags.
I won't do that. I mean, I am now, aren't I? I'm here to give away $10,000 cash. It's a much better option, isn't it? It's quite lonely in here. It's quite big, actually. Quite a roomy budget rent a truck. You could fit a lot in here. How many carries could you fit in here, you reckon? Maybe 10 or more, 20 maybe? Would you like a song? Maybe I can make a rap. I'm laying in the van. I'm going to give away 10 grand. Which one will they pick? This is fully sick. That was so bad. What's another one? Hold on. Carrie's in the van. She's giving away 10 grand. They just got to pick the right truck. And if they lose, they're going to go, oh, Okay, I'm going to turn off this insane video now, and I will see you on the other side giving away $10,000.
All right, gang, if you would like to stand roughly at about this line behind the keys that you've selected at random. Katie, let's start with the biggest on the end here, the beautiful budget truck. Come closer with me.
Okay.
So just as a reminder for everybody, if you find Carrie inside this truck, $10,000 is all yours. And hopefully a trip to Antarctica.
Hopefully.
Despite hating the cold.
But the penguins.
You want to see dem penguins?
Yes. Got to see the penguins.
Okay. you can come up and step closer here, and I will open truck number 1.
Oh, you had me a heart attack.
Oh!
But I like that. Keeps me on my toes.
Katie,
all good.
I'm so sorry. $10,000 is not yours.
But there's 1 in 4 chance for everybody
There
else.
is 1 in 4 chance for everyone else. Alicia, this is for a massive 40th birthday party.
Yep.
Yeah, what are you thinking? What's going to be the star attraction at your 40th? Are you going to have a bucking... You, of course. What a stupid question.
Nice dress.
Yeah.
Makeup, hair,
Yeah.
you know, the lot.
Are you ready to do this?
Yep, let's do it.
As you heard, you have a 1 in 4 chance now. Okay, so I will open your truck. You can come up with me. Is there a Carrie?
No.
Oh.
There's a fake Carrie.
Oh. Beck, I reckon we need to go yours next. I have mixed feelings about yours because I want you to win the money. You seem lovely, but your teeth are gorgeous and you absolutely do not need a new set of teeth.
Oh,
so
I do.
you don't.
Okay.
You don't. So there's a bit of me that kind of thinks I kind of don't want you to win. Like, I want you to have $10,000, but I don't want you to spend it.
No.
Fixing. No, they're beautiful
No, they're
teeth.
not.
Anyway, who cares what I think? Should we do it?
We shall do it.
Okay. Come on over.
Oh, okay.
You've got a beautiful Kia that you can get from Budget here. And I've just got to work out. Oh, yep. No, it's just a button.
Uh-oh.
Negative. Oh! That is one of the more terrifying fake Carries I've seen.
Definitely not Carrie.
Beck, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Thank you.
We are down. Thank you. That was so polite. Thank you. No worries. We're down to 2. Matty boy. The van. Oh, jeez. A magpie's nearly taken our head off.
That's good luck, isn't it?
Is it good luck?
I don't know.
Not if they're here. You've got a 1 in 2 chance at this point. The $10,000 in cold hard cash will be yours. You've got the van. Now the keys were picked at random. Should we get the weight over and done with?
Let's do it.
This is to hopefully throw in your job.
Yep.
And start your dream of a French food truck.
Fingers crossed.
Which again, I love as a dream. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I think so.
Best of luck.
You won $10,000!
That is
A giant check as well.
Yeah, for your French food truck.
Oh my God, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
Merci.
Well done, Messi.
Do you speak any French?
Just, no, just Bourguignon, really. A little bit, but I know none, no.
Congratulations.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
That's
I'm
yours.
actually speechless.
Do
Hey,
you
congratulations.
mean what you said when you said that you were going to quit your job if you got it?
Yeah, that's always been my dream. It's not a made up radio story. It's really what I want to do. French food truck.
So should we call your boss now?
I am my boss.
Well, call your boss now and tell him you quit.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Dinner's on Matt for all of us, yeah?
Yes. Hey, Matt, if you do start your French food truck, which you better, can everyone here have a meal on you?
100% for sure.
Great deal. Hey, give it up. Thanks,
Everybody
buddy.
Thanks, Budget.
Thank you, Budget. I really am so happy.
Carrie and Tommy.
You drive home this afternoon, it is Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
This man may have first burst into your consciousness on Flight of the Conchords. He's one of the great stand-ups of the world, and he's bringing his show, The Legend Returns, to Melbourne. Tickets are on sale now at comedyfestival.com.au. It's the one and only Rhys Darby. G'day, Rhys.
Yeah. Thank you. G'day.
Now, Rhys, we also did a TV show together.
We did.
Whose Line Is It Anyway? It was about 5 years ago now, you reckon?
Yeah, at least.
Do you reckon we're getting a second season?
I mean, I never say no to a hope.
Yeah.
But I doubt it.
You doubt?
Yeah.
What let you down with that show, do you think?
None.
I don't think it was. I mean, nothing against whoever put it together, but I've already offended them. You don't know who we are. I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to get that whole digger deeper.
It was a great fun show to make.
It was fun. We certainly had fun. It's improv, and a whole bunch of funny people. And Cal Wilson, God bless her, rest her soul in peace, was part of that. So, yeah, really special memories actually on that one.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Well, it's wonderful to have you back in the country.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying your time here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love Australia. Except did have an issue with the bags with Qantas.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
they
so
not
it
arrived?
Did not. Well, it didn't even get on the plane. So I flew to Sydney, and then I did the project that night, and then next day flew to Melbourne for this, and no one on the flight received their bags at the other end.
Oh no! So what do you? Where have you got this?
I finally got it. Finally got my
Oh.
stuff. But these jeans are actually new. I panicked in the end and went and bought some jeans. But I was stuck with what I had on me for 24 hours.
How do you
For over
forget
that,
all the bags? Like, as in, I can understand if
know.
one goes missing, but when they're taken off, aren't they like, we feel a little light?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah, and we didn't notice any of the little guys at the side of the plane who are usually chucking stuff on. We haven't seen them.
Well, here's what happened. There was actually a delay before we left. And they said over the tannoy system.
Okay, it's got to be fine, guys. So just got an extra few bags here. We're just got to put on.
And then I'm thinking, okay, so someone's late or whatever, so extra bags. And then finally we took off, and then we landed, and we all go to the conveyor belt to get our bags. And the only bags that made it were those 5 bags.
That were put on.
Yeah, so it wasn't a few extra bags I'd found. It was...
Oh, we've actually managed to only find 5 bags. A bit of a delay here, but 5 of you are lucky.
The rest of us, you just line up, give your name and address, and then the bags come on different planes, and then they courier them out to where you're staying.
Did you consider, just for those 25 or 24 hours, getting a totally different get up and just being a new you
Being
for
a different
24
dude.
hours, seeing how you rolled, wearing parachute pants or something?
Yeah, no, I did not consider that at all. It was sheer panic with some of the things that I was worried about in my bags. Would I see it again?
Oh.
And
I'm sorry, I know I'm really digging down into it, but even when they're loading those 5 on, surely one of the blokes is like, shouldn't there be others in here?
Yeah.
Maybe there was others, and it was full of, it was couriering other stuff, and they knew that none of your bags was going to get on.
Oh, there's 4 chickens and 2 dogs.
Well, just maybe another load of something else, and they're like, oh, we'll just send the bags down later.
It was more important that that plane had to go at that time. So if the stuff wasn't on there, too bad.
deal with
And they
that
won't.
later.
Don't let them know. Don't let them know till they get there.
What's in the suitcase you're so worried about?
Oh, please.
What are you packing?
Let's just say it's safe at the moment. I can do the deal.
So you're here doing your show. What's your show about this year?
Well, I sort of into the world of artificial intelligence and humanoid robotics, which I used to take the mickey out of robots back in the day, if you remember doing my impressions of robots. Well, now they're becoming real, and the joke's over. They're going to be on our doorsteps at some point, and particularly AI and the creative world. Like it's something that's it's near to me because I feel like as a voice artist in Hollywood, those jobs, and I've seen other jobs go. People are leaving LA in their droves because AI is doing everything for us now. So it's something that I'm passionate about, and I'm thinking, how relevant am I in my middle age as a creative, when this kind of stuff is taking over. So that's kind of what the show's about.
I saw this morning that I think in China they're now teaching 6-year-olds AI.
They are.
It's part of their school curriculum.
Isn't that
We've
weird?
got no hope.
I still don't understand quite what it is. Which is
And I love that about you.
Which is not a good start.
But can they do comedy, do you think? How far away is it from good comedy?
That was the
coming
other
from?
point of doing this show.
Yes.
Doing something that I don't think they will be able to do.
Yes.
And they will. I've seen these robots do somersaults, do backflips. They can crawl. They can do all because they get trained with humans wearing those kind of suits and those authentic, I've got the word wrong there, authentic AR anyway.
Augmented reality.
Augmented is the one. Yeah. Oh, you knew that.
Yeah.
That was a test for you see.
Yeah.
So you're not as dumb as you look, mate.
No, I got it fed to me from one of the producers.
Ah, classic. The old AI ear.
You've spent a bit of time with augmentation, haven't you?
Oh, there's a lot. I can hear that too. Yeah. Old augmenty over there. But anyway, no, I lost my point.
Sorry, did you get it lost with Carrie's breast joke that you just made?
I know I didn't pick that up actually.
No, I was explaining it to you.
I'm not the comedian out of the two of us.
Rhys, we've got so much more to chat to you about, including something from your past that I did not know about. Can you stick around?
Yeah.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Rhys, I love that you you like aliens. You like.
What does like mean? As in you think they're real, or like
I'm
them
into
as
them.
in?
Yeah, into them.
What does into them mean?
Real into them.
You know, you look at them.
You know.
You look them up.
Yeah.
You feel they're definitely real. It's a thing we've got to deal with. You guys, if you're not into them, you're in denial. And the same thing happened with AI, and it's here now.
Yeah,
and
but
guess what? They're
aliens have
linked.
No. People have been saying aliens for years. AI is a real thing. Aliens are still yet to be.
No, they are.
I'm with you. What can you convince Carrie? What theory have you got that you can convince Carrie of that she would probably think is not true?
Well, linking into the artificial intelligence, I believe there's an aspect of the alien extraterrestrial world that we've invented ourselves. We've made them. So we're making these robots. We've invented artificial intelligence. Anything in the universe that we know, we've come up with. And so once we realise that we can do a multidimensional travel and also time travel, the things that we're inventing can come back to us from the future. And we're thinking that they're from another world, but we've actually created them.
What do you mean come back to? Oh my God, I'm so lost.
You know time travel,
Yeah,
right?
I don't get. I struggle to think that's a thing.
Is that
either.
why you haven't done it yet?
Well, time doesn't exist, really. It's something we've made up. So it's just that the sun goes down, the sun goes up again.
Me to tell you what I was honestly thinking
It's all
about as
one
you were
day.
talking about that. How good your head of hair is.
It's a good head of hair.
Thank you. And
As you were talking, I looked up and I thought,
I love
wow,
that.
that's an amazing head of hair.
It's both a compliment and an insult. It was your hair's wonderful, but God, I stopped listening.
No, it's the whole time travel thing confuses me. Anyway, but that's fine.
So there you
I
go.
don't
So that's
need to-
one theory,
Yeah,
that
okay.
aliens could be time-travelling artificial intelligence that we've created.
Does it frustrate you? Because I think about this far too often. It frustrates me that when we look at other planets and the ones we're more interested in are similar to ours, because they were like,
Yes.
they could most likely sustain life. And I'm
Yep.
like, why are we just looking for creatures like us that live like we do?
Well, it's life as a whole. So we're looking for planets in the Goldilocks zone, which means that it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's perfect, so they can sustain life. And life in any way, shape, or form has to be in that zone.
But why? Because that's life as we know it.
Right, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you, but I don't hear you. Are these things up?
But you've got an amazing head of hair.
Yeah, because I think the sun. Wow, look at that hair. Almost as good as mine. Keep talking, babe. I think that's the scientific fact, is that for life, it has to be, life and life.
Yes, but that's life like us. Like what?
No, it's just life.
No.
Okay.
No, because we're looking for aliens, which literally means things that are not
Yeah.
like us. So why are we assuming there
They
has
just
to
have a
be
different form of
oxygen,
life.
there has to
Yes.
be any of these things, the correct temperatures? There could be things that get their life from these extreme
Something else.
heats or something else.
And they've looked into that, and there is some real science. It's all science based, obviously, but there's creatures and things that live at very extreme depths here, and also little creatures that live at extreme heat scenarios on this planet too, that are beyond that we could even imagine, and they're finding those things. So in that realm, yeah, you could be right. There could be stuff that is on completely what we would believe is inhabitable planets out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
It's scary,
discovered
though.
that you had been in. I didn't realise this. in
Still
all
looking
the
at my
years I've
hair? Here we
known
go.
you. No, that you've been in the army, the
Yes.
New Zealand Army. How long for?
4.5 years.
At what ages? Like straight out
I
of
went
school,
into
or-
regular force at 17, but I was in the Army Cadets before then, and in the Air Training Corps at 12.
And
so
what-
I was always in uniforms.
Air Training Corps at 12.
Yeah, do you remember that?
That's
the Air Training.
crazy.
Yeah.
So what did you actually do? Go up in the air?
Oh, and the Air
you just
Cadets?
training?
I went out. I flew one. My flight time is 35 minutes.
To do
I
what?
did one glider flight.
At what age?
12.
What?
That's amazing.
It was pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Does this mean you're always on time for things?
It does, yeah. So when I joined the regular force military, like the army, it was a cadet school. It was a training school. I was 17, and I graduated from that, and then went into the Royal New Zealand Signals Corps, and I was a radio operator for 4 years after that.
Oh, that would have been a great job. And your
I
voice
loved
would
it.
have- yeah.
Morse code, secret messages, driving Land Rovers with big antennas.
That's fun.
Cool
This is
stuff.
so
I once did a
fun.
gig for the military, and I said to the organiser, we were just about to start, and I said, I'll just give them a 2-minute warning just so they know the show's about to start. And he goes, I don't think you need to. And I said, no, I'll just give them a 2-minute warning. I said, guys, just a 2-minute warning, the show's about to start. And they went, whoom, stopped exactly what they were doing and all sat down straight away. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess I didn't need that 2-minute warning. Now, I guess we're starting right now.
Very disciplined people.
So did you do any comedy during that time, or did comedy not start till after that?
I've always been a bit of a clown, and that has been my detriment. So at school and then in the army, told off a bit, yeah, and eventually sort of persuaded to move on.
Like, were you mucking around too much?
Yeah, I can't help my sense of humour, and in a very rigid military institution, it makes me think things should be even funnier. You know, it's just really funny when people are very serious.
Of course, it's like when you're at a funeral and you can't laugh. Yes.
Yeah, so got into trouble a bit, not too much, but enough for people to. My commanding officer at one point said, you don't have to be a soldier. You could be an entertainer. You could be a comedian. And I went, what? Yeah, he advised me to go to university. And I said, I get time off for university. Will I, sir? He said, yes, you'll get a lot of time off.
And you never come
Leave
back.
your beret here. And off I went.
You can catch Rhys Darby. His show, The Legend Returns, is in Melbourne. Tickets are on sale now at comedyfestival.com.au. It's always a pleasure. Thanks, Rhys.
Thanks, guys.
Carrie and Tommy.
Doechii, you love her, and
Best.
you're going to love her even more after you hear what she has to say about what she gets up to in the backside.
Sorry?
Sorry, that sounds... This is what she had to say on her socials a little while ago.
One thing about me, I'm gonna fart. I'm a grown woman. I've gone through a lot in this country. I'm gonna fart. I am a human. I'm not a machine. I'm gassy. I'm gonna fart. And it is what it is. What the f*** about it? I'm not holding it. I'm not holding it. I'm not holding it!
She sounds quite passionate about it, doesn't she?
Yes, and from a man who says he spends his life in constant stomach pain from holding in his farts, maybe you and Doechii would be a perfect match, and you could be as flatulent as you would like without stress.
I would never fart in front of that woman in my life.
No?
No way.
Even if she was farting in front of you?
No.
What if she asked you to?
I do anything she says.
Yes.
do you know one of my favourite farters of all time is Miriam Margolyes?
Oh.
Wonderful woman. She's so funny. I remember she was talking on Graham Norton about a fart in a very public place.
We went to see the Queen of Country, went to see Lovely Dolly Parton.
We had to queue for about 45 minutes.
It's a long time.
In a tunnel, And I'd been dying to go to the lavatory for ages. So I farted and, I was irritated,
But she goes, we're standing in the queue, and there's like nice people here all with their dolly pins here, and she suddenly goes, pause for fart, and it was the loudest fart.
Well, I fart a lot. I think I'm just like that, but I don't know why, but I think it brings people together.
She's so wonderful. Also yelling, pause for a fart before you fart is wonderful. And if you're wondering, I wonder what Miriam Margolyes sounds like when she farts. Well, thankfully, on her social media recently, she just posted her doing exactly that.
Here's a fart coming up, especially for you. There you go. All the best. Bye-bye.
Is how she puts on her socials.
Yeah.
Her and Doechii should do some kind of collaboration together.
That'd be a fun collab.
Carrie and Tommy.
Driving you home from 3 till 6, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Now, our web guy,
Ethnic correspondent.
the beautiful Eli, welcome to the microphone.
Hello.
Just give us one for good measure.
Taramo
Thank you very much. It's beautiful. Rolls
Isn't
off the
it?
tongue, hits me right in my feels.
That's the only thing that rolls off the tongue, because what he's about to say next certainly doesn't roll off the tongue.
Well, we were just talking then off air, and he
About
said,
a woman's magazine.
yes, and he said Owl Magazine. And I was like, I haven't heard of Owl Magazine. And he goes, you haven't heard of Owl? And I said, no, I haven't heard of
It
Owl.
pricked my ears too, because I was like, I've heard of lots of them, but not Owl.
And then
Or
you
maybe it
look-
was American.
You looked over the screen and you go, L? And he goes, yeah, Owl. And how do you say L?
The magazine is called Owl.
What about the person?
Al McPherson.
Al McPherson.
Owl.
Like, call me Al.
Owl.
Owl.
L.
How do you say the name A-L, a man?
Al.
So why do you say E-double-L-E, Al?
Because it's Al.
No, her name's E-L.
That would be like L.
Yeah, that's it.
L.
L.
Could you give us
no,
McPherson
but you're
again?
doing this L.
The way you want me to say it?
No, how you say it.
Al McPherson.
Al.
Al.
Al McPherson.
Al.
L.
L McPherson.
No, stop with it. You're doing this when you go L.
Putting the extra syllable in it.
How do you say our producer out there's name?
Bow.
So why don't you say
Bell's right.
Bow?
Bowler.
That's not how it's said.
Yeah, but L and Bell, the only difference is you add the B on the
Ow.
front. So you don't say
Ow.
It's L.
L.
How do you say the letter? Like IJKL.
L.
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 You don't say what the letter L. You say Al.
Ow.
Do the alphabet.
Like A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O.
No, you do not.
Ow.
L.
It's Ow. Like if I said how do you spell your like my name.